Yo guys, it's Esteavo here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel today. Get in. Chelsea 5, Ajax 1. Chelsea win another game in the UCL. The second game we've won in the UCL in match week 3. Big win in our UCL journey for qualifying, in my opinion. So, before we do get into the match reaction, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know if I ever upload a video. First link in the description is my second channel. Go and check it out. It'd be very much appreciated. Without further ado, let's jump straight into this match reaction for this game because 5-1. My prediction yesterday was 3-0 Chelsea. I thought it would be quite an entertaining game. I did say it has the potential to be another type of classic like the 4-4 game was back 5 years ago. I really feel like it did. But oh my God, it's not a classic, but it was a thumping from Chelsea Football Club. Trousers down, right down to the ankles, just like Esteavo had that one fullback from Ajax. Multiple times, trousers right down to the ankles, taking a piss. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Let's start off with the 11 we went with because I've got a few things to say about the 11. We went with Philip Jorgensen in goal. I was concerned at that. I thought, what are we doing there? But okay, fair enough. Tosin Adarabioyo and Wesley Fofana were our two centre-backs. Fofana, I was thinking, what the hell are we bringing him in straight away? I had my concerns about that. But Tosin Adarabioyo was also centre-back next to him. Gerald Hato was left-back, left centre-back. At right back was Caicedo, obviously inverted into midfield. We've seen him do this role before, and he did this role fine today, in my opinion. We had Lavia and Enzo Fernandez in the double pivot, alongside Buonanotte, who was in the 10. We had Jamie Gittins out on the left, Esteavo on the right, and then Mark Gu as the striker. That's exactly what I wanted to see. If Mark Gu wasn't the striker today leading the line, I would have been pissed, like really angry. I don't care about the score because I feel like, well, I do care about the score, obviously, but like I would have been fuming, you know what I'm trying to say? But the concerns there was Jorgensen, why? Fofana, throwing him straight in, why? But okay, fair enough. Apart from that, I was relatively quite fine about the lineup. I was a little bit worried about Buonanotte, but fair. Because guess what? The lineup proved me wrong today, apart from the goalkeeper. We're going to talk about that in a second. But we start the game off, Chelsea, Ajax, kick-off, and from the first whistle, we was on top. Way before Ajax got the red card, because obviously Ajax got a red card in the 15th minute of the game, around that margin, I think. It's around there. Even before that, we was knocking on the door straight away at Ajax's defence, and Ajax were panicking every time we were putting the press on Ajax's players. We were knocking. The red card happens. It is a red card. I don't think anybody's going to distribute with that. It is a red card. It's stood right to the ankle. It's a red card. In today's game, that's a red card. And rightfully so, the referee turned over the yellow card and gave it a red after one quick glance at the VAR screen, which is the first time I've ever seen from a referee. It's a fair play to the ref on that. Red card happened, and literally from that minute of the red card, I literally looked at the TV screen and went, this is where we kick on now. You know what I'm trying to say? This is where we bombard them, you know what I mean? And lo and behold, not long later after the red card, I think it may even been like 30 seconds to a minute later, we go and get the first goal coming from Mark Gu. Mark Gu goes and gets the first goal for us. It was a really good cross into the box, where we had quite a lot of players into the box, with a really good cross on the right-hand side into the box. It misses a couple of players' heads, but it finds Wesley Fofana's head just on like the outside edge of the box-ish type of angle, who heads it into the box, well, across box, and then Mark Gu is there to tap it into the bottom right-hand corner, well, down the middle of the goal, to make it 1-0 Chelsea. I was ecstatic. I was ecstatic because I've been dying for a Mark Gu goal because I feel like he absolutely deserves it. He puts us 1-0 up against Ajax. By the way, I just want to quickly credit Wesley Fofana because I don't think Wesley Fofana's going to get that much credit for that assist. Really good header from Wesley Fofana back into the box. Well-placed header for the assist. So well played to Wesley Fofana. Really good goal from Mark Gu. It's a shame he couldn't get any more. Yes, spoiler out the bag. But we're 1-0 up straight away after the red card. Like I said yesterday, match preview, I said as soon as we get that first goal, we were going to kick on. And that is exactly what happened. It wasn't long later until we went and got a second goal. Who was the second goal from? I can't remember if it was a penalty or not. Second goal. Oh, Caicedo. Caicedo got the second goal. It was from the outside of the box on the right-hand side. He shoots. It takes a deflection. Ends up in the bottom right-hand corner. We go 2-0 up pretty much straight after we get the first goal. And then that's when we go and get another goal in the 45th minute. Enzo Fernandez penalty, which it was a penalty, by the way. Enzo Fernandez won the penalty. Weghorst goes through Enzo Fernandez, right? He goes through Enzo Fernandez. It's a penalty all day long. Enzo Fernandez steps up, puts it bottom right hand corner, really good goal. That's the goal to make it 3-1, by the way. I've just remembered Ajax got a penalty on the opposite end, which again, it was a penalty. I'm not going to blame Tosin Adebayo for that. I do think it's kind of an unfortunate penalty, but it is a penalty, you know what I'm trying to say? Those type of penalties can happen in football sometimes. Weghorst gets a penalty and puts it in the bottom right hand corner. Well, not the bottom right hand corner, I can't remember where his penalty went. Oh yeah, no, it was bottom right hand corner because Jorgensen should have saved it. I'm sorry. You've got to get down lower for that. Appalling save from Jorgensen. Anyway, it was 2-1 from Ajax's goal, but we obviously got a penalty on the opposite end in the 45th minute. Enzo Fernandez puts it in, and then not long later, again in the 45th minute, Esteavo wins us a penalty. And again, it's another penalty. It's a tread on his foot as he's moving away from the box. It's a tread on his foot. It's another penalty. And Enzo Fernandez is really kind in letting Esteavo get the penalty. Esteavo takes a penalty and rifles it top left-hand corner. Really, really good penalty. Really good finish from Esteavo. I was biting my nails because I thought Esteavo was gonna. I thought he was gonna fluff it. I really, really did. I thought he was going to fluff it. Young kid, you know, Champions League, could get his, you know, this could be potentially his first Champions League goal, you know, on the big stage and whatnot. I thought maybe he was going to fluff it, but he didn't. It was a really good penalty, well-worked penalty from Esteavo to make it 4-1. 4-1 going into the second half. I was looking at scorelines like 8-1. I was looking at 8-1. I was thinking this could be an 8-1er here. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially the way we started the second half. Unfortunately, we make 3 subs in the second half, and Mark Gu was unfortunately one of them that came off. I think it's a little harsh, but maybe I understand. Maybe we're saving him for the Sunderland game. But Mark Gu comes off for Tyreek George, and then the other two are... The other two was... Trevor Chalobah came on for somebody. I forgot who it was. Was it Casado? I can't remember. Anyway, Trevor Chalobah came on and then somebody else came on. Again, I can't remember who it was that came on. But we made 3 subs. But Tyreek George goes and gets a goal in the 48th minute. It was a really good pass through from Romeo Lavia, by the way. Beautiful pass through to Andres Santos. Andres Santos can't get it out of his feet as a defender tackles him. But then it bounces out to Tyreek George, who strikes it. Again, it hits the deflection, but it ends up in the back of the net. We make it 5-1 pretty much straight away into the second half. Again, like I said, I'm looking at 6, 7, 8 1s here. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm looking at big score lines. Unfortunately, again, like I said, the whole match, by the way, not just the first half, but the whole match, we was in control. We was dominant, especially being 5-1 up in the 48th minute. We was in control. We was dominant. We was still popping shots at their goal, but we took, especially when it went 5-1, especially when we went 5-1 up, we took our foot off the pedal. That's the only thing I'm a little bit annoyed about. We took our foot off the pedal because I generally think if we didn't take our foot off the pedal, I think this could have ended up like 7-1. I think this could have been really embarrassing for Ajax. I think it could have looked really bad on them, especially a big club like Ajax. They're not the same team, especially the way they played today. I thought they were atrocious. Yes, the red card is a little bit to do with that, I get that, but oh my god, they looked awful, you know what I'm trying to say. But we took our foot off the pedal, and even then we still looked dominant. We was keeping possession. There was many times where we had loads of chances. Esteavo had many chances to make it 6-1. I mean, he had an overhead kick that just about missed. I mean, imagine if that overhead kick went in. Oh my god, we would have gone berserk. But just in the whole game, I think the way we managed the game, from Enzo Maresca's subs, even the game management, the way the players put on the performance and stuff like that, I think everything was done really, really well today. We didn't panic at all at any stage, even when it went to 2-1 and we unfortunately conceded that 1 penalty, which was unfortunate. I'm not going to blame Tosin and say you're rash for that. No, it wasn't. It was just an unfortunate penalty. That was a penalty. Even at that moment, we didn't drop our heads. We kept our heads level like we was winning the game 2-0. You know what I'm saying? And to me, perfect performance. It's another 3 points on the Champions League table. It puts us into 11th place, I think it is. It puts Ajax rock bottom of the Champions League, which unfortunately for Ajax is bad. They've lost 3 games. But, I mean, who gives a bollocks? You know what I'm trying to say? I'm here for the Chows, because the Chows have got another win. And then we got Mark Gu getting a goal as well, you know what I'm saying? And Esteavo getting his first Champions League goal. Whilst also, by the way, like I said, to do with subs, we didn't play Reece James at all today. Reece James was rested. Esteavo got a little bit of a rest when he got taken off. Lavia got a little bit of a rest when he got taken off. Same with Enzo Fernandez. Mark Gu got rested. You know, even like your players that didn't even make an appearance, like Pedro Neto didn't even play, got rested. As centre backs played, but you know what I mean. Like, pretty much everybody's had a rest today. Today, successful day. Today, brilliant day. Now I'll talk about brilliant. Let's get on to the players. I'm just going to say this right here, right now. I don't think there was one player out there today that I looked at and I thought, okay, you're not up to it today. I thought everybody turned up. There was a couple of players that were like quite meh, but they still did majority good than bad. For example, Gerald Hatto. I just think at times he could be too rash. I think at times he could be too aggressive, and it catches him off guard sometimes. I think if he could fix on that, it would be better. But again, I thought he grew into the game and got better. Same with Buonanotte. I think he grew into the game and got better. Also, by the way, another good thing that we did in terms of subs, we brought on players like Reggae Walsh, Achampong came on and stuff like that. We were playing really young kids, really inexperienced kids, and they were playing really forward football towards the end of the game, by the way. Really forward football. It's unfortunate we couldn't penetrate past that Ajax 10-man low block. It is, especially with the players that we had on the pitch. If we had our more experienced players, I think we definitely would have. Maybe by 2 goals. But even the way the kids were playing was exciting. It was good to see. And they were playing with big confidence. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really proud about that. Really, really happy to see that. Performing on the big stage and the big lights. You know what I'm trying to say? Really happy. Anyway, I've done enough blabbering now. Let's talk about players I thought I did well. Only give you the big 3. I'm just saying this, by the way. Every one of the players have something to be proud about today. I thought they were all really good. But the main 3 I've got to talk about today. Number 1... let's speak about Mark Gu. Mark Gu gets his first Chelsea goal. He also was integral for putting the press on that front line, causing Ajax defenders problems. You know what I'm trying to say? Making them panic on the ball. I thought Mark Gu had a brilliant performance. Also got a goal. Only played 45 minutes, unfortunately. Maybe if he played more, he maybe would have got another goal. But Mark Gu has to be in there for me. And I'm not just saying it from a Mark Gu lover, right? Okay, I'm not saying it. I love that guy, but I'm not just saying it because of that reason, I promise. Second one, I'm going to give it to Romeo Lavia. I thought Caicedo was brilliant. He got a goal as well, yes. But I mean, Romeo Lavia today, the amount of times where he receives the ball, it looks like he's about to have in danger because there's 2 players on him. And guess what? It's one drop of the shoulder and bang, he's out of the press and he's setting us up on the count on the attack each time. The amount of through balls he was putting through today, and unfortunately, a defender would just get an interception on it before a shot, or it just want to end up in the back of the net. The amount of forward passes that would set us up on big chances from Romeo Lavia today, extraordinary. His physical battles he was having with that Weghorst, by the way, as well. You wouldn't think a player like Lavia would win that battle, but he did. You know what I'm trying to say? He was fighting for the team. Brilliant performance from Romeo Lavia. And then, obviously, the last one we have to talk about, who is my man the match, by the way. Esteavo, Willian, Steve. This kid plays without any fear. This kid plays with no fear. Honestly, and this is the first time I've ever said this because I want to see a good run of game from him before I said this. He has the Hazard gene. And what do I mean by that? He has the talent of I know he's a big talent, obviously. He's a big talent. Hazard was a big talent as well. I know that. But Esteavo has Ballon d'Or potential. We all know this. Hazard did to a degree. We all know that. But I'm talking in terms of new generation. Esteavo has that Ballon d'Or gene. He does. But in terms of how we compare a lot of players to Hazard, for example, like Pulisic and stuff like that, and Cho and stuff, I never ever compared them to Hazard, but you know how the fan base does. Esteavo is that. Esteavo is that. Today, could have scored an overhead kick, was popping shots at the keeper, was turning Ajax players inside out, was dribbling down the middle of the Ajax team without being touched, dribbling past 2 or 3 players down the middle of the Ajax team, setting us up on chances. He got a goal and assist, I think. He definitely got a goal, but I don't know about the assist, but he definitely got a goal, I think, an assist. He made a massive impact for us today. Fearless performance from Esteavo Willian. He played the 90 minutes today, but I think he should be playing against Sunderland. He was that good. You know what I'm saying? But I've got a feeling he's not going to play against Sunderland because he played the 90 minutes today. But we'll have to wait and see. A stellar performance from Esteavo Willian. Really good penalty. It was unfortunate not to get an open play goal as well today. But it's crazy to think this guy is 18 years old. Do you know what I mean? We've not even touched on his potential yet. We've not even properly touched into his potential yet. It's going to be scary when we do. Let's just say that. Anyway, perfect performance from Chelsea Football Club, down to the T. Really, really happy. There was moments today where it was a little bit boring possession-based football at times, where our players would be walking and stuff, especially in the first half. But overall, really happy performance. You can't be happy without a 5-1. You can't. Anyway, that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. No red card, by the way, too. No red card. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We've broken the red card curse. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Quick note as well, Weghorst, you're a prick. The way you acted in today's game, idiot. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so notified every time I do a video, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care. Up the chows, get in. Peace.